Smaller maps have always packed a pretty serious punch in Call of Duty, whether it's just wanting to get in a lot of shots and being able to get in as many engagements as possible, trying out a new class, camo grinding, or of course, settling some 1v1 beef. Let's talk about a few of these maps in this video. If this is your first time here, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. As we go along, drop your thoughts and opinions down in the comments, and let's chop it up. And let me know what your favorite small map is, 1 through 4, Shipment, Rust, Shoothouse, and Meat. Pause. Word on the street is Modern Warfare 3 players claim Meat outshines Shipment as best small map in Season 1. Shipment has always been the king of small and chaotic maps in Call of Duty, but Modern Warfare 3 players think that Meat, added in Season 1, has the edge over the classic Arena. The Modern Warfare 3 Season 1 update is here, bringing plenty of new content to multiplayer. The new Vortex game mode allows players to use the ray gun away from zombies for the first time, while new guns like the Ram 7 and the XRK Stalker have shaken up the meta. One of the biggest additions was the new 6v6 maps, Grease and Meat. While the former is an average-sized COD map that has been well received, the latter is just the latest in a line of small, frenetic maps, drawing plenty of comparisons with the likes of Shipment and Shoothouse. While Meat has only been live in Modern Warfare 3 for a short time, some players are already convinced it is better than these iconic close quarters maps. Reddit user asks, is Meat better than Shoothouse? Before going on to explain why they think this is the case. Before we expand on how do you think measures up against Shipment as well as Rust and Shoothouse, let's give a quick rundown on these maps to better help us understand how they stack up against each other. Let's start off with Shipment. This map is almost entirely symmetrical in design, with 2 containers on the west and east sides of the map, one of which can be walked through either side, 8 containers in the middle, 2 containers on the north and south sides of the map, one of which can be entered as well. Now as far as Meat, pause, set in a slaughterhouse on the west coast of the United States, Meat is a compact map similar to the popular Rust and Shipment maps. The narrow confines of the slaughterhouse will make gunfights chaotic and unpredictable, but skillful use of the tac stance ability may help players gain an edge in combat. Rust, probably one of the most iconic maps period in Call of Duty, set in an oil yard in the middle of a desert. It is considerably larger than Shipment, with the ability to take over some serious high ground. It features a tall tower surrounded by open space with some cover such as containers and pipes. Now Shoothouse, this map is obviously a 3-lane map. The central lanes of the map include the main street and the underpass, made for long-range engagements. And it's also a perfect spot to pick those who are contesting for the objective at the center of the map. Shoothouse is a popular map that has appeared in multiple titles, but some replies took things a step further and claimed that Meat is actually better than Shipment, one of the most iconic maps of all time. One user stated, I'm not gonna cap, it is bordering Shipment territory in just how addicting it is just to get in and fuck around. Before another added, Meat is a relatively wild design, just big enough to follow. Alright, anyway, let me get back on track. Big enough to allow for some actual creativity and playfulness, making it outshine Shipment in my eyes. Some users felt that Meat could even become one of the few Call of Duty maps that returns in multiple titles due to its popular demand. Meat has the potential to be one of those maps we see come back again and again, said one fan. It's like a love child of Shoothouse and Shipment, replied another. Only time will tell if Modern Warfare 3's Meat goes on to rival Shipment as an all-time favorite COD map, but players certainly seem to be loving its chaotic matches so far. Pretty valid takes from a couple of community members here, so I will say Meat does have the potential to compete with these other maps as far as everything is laid out. The flow is really solid. It allows you to play in fast combat without being so predictable, kind of like Shipment. My beef with this map though is a trend of everyone running around, knifing, using riot shields, shotgun, and all that nonsense. And I don't think the developers made this map intentionally for players to run around and do this nonsense, but maybe it's just for camo grinding, getting content, whatever the case. I just found this extremely frustrating about the map a few days after it launched. But overall, it is a pretty solid, refreshing map I think the community needed 100%. Now, as far as Shipment, I used to love the original Shipment design from Call of Duty 4. When the map first resurfaced, I started to hate it. As I think I mentioned a second ago, everything is a bit redundant, probably because the map is super symmetrical, almost exactly symmetrical. This map, in my opinion, is strictly to grit your teeth and get through camo grinding. I don't know if I can trust you if you actually enjoy playing on this map. Now, Rust, I do have a love-hate relationship with Rust. obviously because of the nostalgia from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2009, but it's another one of those situations where people kind of play in a way that doesn't call for a good experience. I will say in the current title, Modern Warfare 3, it isn't nearly as bad as it has been in the last couple of titles that Rust appeared in. Players do seem to be running around and gunning a bit more this year, probably mainly because the movement is a lot more arcade-like in Modern Warfare 3. Obviously, we do have those top third snipers and vent campers, but overall, I am having a really good time on Rust this year. Now, Shoothouse, in my opinion, this map is the shit. I can literally run on this map for hours. You can get mixy in the junkyard area, maybe get some pics watching down the shanty area, or even playing anchor in the office. I think on this map, you can literally play how you want. You aren't forced to play a certain way like you are on Shipment, or even some of the gunfight maps in Modern Warfare 2 and 3. One of my favorite maps to run with a full squad of 6. No matter the game. What do you think about all of these maps, and which one would you prefer to play on as far as ranking up fast or camo grinding? If you dug the content, check out this video here. We talk about one of the most underrated essentials to success in Modern Warfare 3. Also, consider subscribing for more weekly Modern Warfare 3 content. All y'all take care. Thank you for your time, and I'm out.